Go live. We are live. And don't worry. We are not alone. There are 9 people. There are 9 people watching.
Really?
So
Oh yeah, hello.
that means they got the link.
Whoever there is, the 9 people showing up here, including us. Would you say hello? What's your name? Where are you dialing in?
Yeah. First of all, we would like to thank everyone for tuning in, even though there was this slight technical issue with StreamYard. So it kept showing the time as 5 a.m. tomorrow in Singapore. And Rainy and I, we tried many things to try to get the timing correct. But in the end, we thought, we'll just give it a shot. And yeah, we're happy to see all of you here today.
Yeah, so Rose Manuel is our first guest tonight. Hello, Rose Manuel.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Elena. Wow.
Hi, Rose.
Elena,
Yeah, this is Rose. Yeah, my best buddy from LinkedIn is here.
Yes. What an honor. How come everyone? Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, Mark is so sweet. Hi, Mark. What's the time over there?
Oh, Mark. Mark Chia, as in
Mark Sizzler.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you know him too, right? He's been so active on LinkedIn. Mark Sizzler.
Sorry, who was that?
Mark Sizzler.
Oh, yes.
Did I pronounce it correctly?
Hello. Yeah. Okay. So today is Rini, today big topic, right? So why do you choose today's topic?
Because it's January, and I feel that in January people usually is on fire. They feel like there's a lot of things that they want to do. They want to change their life. They want to achieve their dreams, achieve their goals. So I thought this would be a good topic for this month. What about you? Why are you here?
Oh, I'm here because you invited me.
Hey, so superficial.
No, not superficial. I'm not Tisky one. I don't simply show up without any reason, right?
Hi, Jimmy Ong. Good to see you here.
Okay, let's have a look at who else is tuning in. Oh
my gosh, Mark,
showing up.
5 a.m. your time? Are you such an early riser? Are you in the 5 a.m. club?
Oh, Jimmy is here. Oh, Mark Schizler, yes. Okay, yes, he's apparently part of the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's start our first question. Where was it?
Okay, so first things first. Why do people stop dreaming?
So this question.
So we like to hear from everyone.
Open to all our guests. Do share with us. Why do you think people stop dreaming? Like for me, right? I stopped dreaming from a very, very early years, from childhood actually. So even from young, I already learned not to dream. I learned not to have high hopes, high expectations. So for many years, I stopped myself from dreaming. And that's because I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid to be disappointed. If in case I didn't get what I want, then I didn't want to get disappointed and feel hurt. What about you, Sau Yong?
Oh, just say hi to Jimin. Jimin, thank you for tuning in also. So our first question, right, is, so why do people stop dreaming, right? So, Rainy, I think what you describe is what many people go through, right? It's a way of managing our expectations. We don't want to feel disappointed. Mm.
Yeah.
So, but is it something that you learn to do on your own, or was it like part of what people around you were saying?
Well, I didn't feel safe and secure when I was a child because my family was quite messed up in that sense, right? So my parents fight a lot. So as a child, I didn't feel safe. I didn't want to get hurt. So somehow I don't know. Maybe it was just my defense mechanism trying to protect me and say, you know what, when you grow up, don't expect too much in life. Don't dream because if you fall down, it'll be painful. And I didn't know about all this until I really went into personal development programs and dive deep into getting to know myself better. I didn't know all this stuff before. Yeah.
Mm.
What about you, Sau
I
Yong?
think I think I think Eleanor brings up a very good comment here. Right?
Oh yeah.
Our parents will tell us to stop dreaming, get to work, get to school. Yeah, but
Oh, that's really true.
this is quite common, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I always growing up, I think I was always a bit of a dreamer. But at
Oh
the same time, there was this message of, hey, we can't just dream, we got to work hard. So I suppose what Eleanor is describing here, like our loved ones telling us we have to go to we have to actually do the work, right? We have to actually go to school, study hard, and this and that. And sometimes maybe in doing the work we forget what the dreams are.
yeah,
Right?
that's true.
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah, actually, it's very common for people to stop believing in themselves because they are taught to do the right thing. Do what's profitable,
Ah,
for example. Go to the
yeah,
job
correct.
that pays the bill, that kind of thing. So over the time, because we kept getting taught not to do something or to do something, then we just lost our dream.
Mm. So it's not only in childhood, right? You're describing that we face this. Even when we grow up, there are still people around us who mean well, right?
Yeah,
Who also tell us to stop dreaming.
yeah. I remember when I first started wanting to start my own coaching business, one of my colleague, which is someone
Mm,
that is to me is a very wise person that I look up to.
mm,
He's always very wise, has a lot of ideas, and very smart person. So when I told him about my
mm,
dream, I said I want to start my own coaching business. He told me, "Well, nobody's going to pay for coaching. Everybody wants it for free." And I'm
mm,
like, okay. So I'm glad back then I didn't really listen to that because back then I have made up my mind that this is what I want to do. So I didn't really listen to that. But I know that in our life, there's a lot of time that the people that we look up to or our role models, people who we admire, will give us advice and comments that telling us that certain things can't be done. But the thing is that
mm,
I think we got to be careful with who we choose to listen to because this particular friend of mine is not a professional coach and he does
mm,
not own a
mm.
successful coaching business whereby my mentors, my coaches, they are thriving in this business. So I'm grateful that I have a role model that I can look up to and say, hey, if they can do it, so can I. I just need to find my way. So that helps actually.
Yeah, and so more from Eleanor, she has some elaboration, right?
Yeah.
Life is the graveyard of dreams. uh, Maybe you can write a long LinkedIn post about this, Eleanor.
Life is the graveyard of dream. Oh, that
we
sounds
get
very
get out. We get out with too many things that sometimes, yeah, we're too busy, right? Yeah, we like to hear from all of you.
yeah.
What are some of the ways that we forget, or some of the things in life that happen to us that make us forget our dreams, right? Whether it's the people around us or whether it's the situation we're in, what are some of the ways that you've experienced forgetting about the dreams that you wish to chase? So I think Eleanor also brings out a very good point we often forget we can have new dreams.
Hmm. New
Hmm,
dreams.
new dreams. Okay, wow. Okay, I think that will
Elena,
bring us to the
what's your
next.
new dream? Oh yeah, next
Yeah.
question.
So, next question, right? It comes in very easily. So, what is your dream?
Hmm. So everybody,
What is
what's
your
your
dream?
dream?
Yeah, share with us. What is your dream for the year 2022?
Mark, where are you? Mark Sizzler, what is your dream? You're early riser,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he gets up early to chase his dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your dream for the year 2022? I think one dream I wanted was to have a group gathering sizes of more than 5 people before Chinese New Year, but that dream didn't come true.
What?
But
Well,
it's okay.
that reminds me that
Mm.
actually a dream can be just a small dream, isn't it? A small, simple dream as well, isn't it? Doesn't have to be so big as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, what is your dream for 2022, Rainy?
Well, to tag along with your wishes, I would love to be able to go back and visit my parents. This is the third year, and the VTL is
Mm,
not open yet. So yeah, I'm hoping that I
mm,
can
mm,
go back when the VTL is open.
mm, mm, mm. I think recently there was some news of more VTLs opening up to neighboring countries. So
Yeah,
fingers crossed. Yeah.
I think it's very heartwarming. I think this year when we saw that Malaysia borders open and a lot of Malaysians went back to see their family, and I see a lot of
Mm,
posts on LinkedIn or Facebook about the reunion. I think it's very heartwarming.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very touching, right?
yeah. It
Yeah.
reminds me that actually the simple thing in life it's
Mm,
that gives us happiness is this kind of thing. And sometimes I think we forgot and we keep chasing the big dream, big
mm,
the big dream, and then we just neglect what we have today, isn't it?
mm, mm.
Yeah. So, what are your dreams? Your Chi Min, Rose Manuel, Mark Sizzler, who else is in? Eleanor.
Yeah. Yeah, Eleanor,
Wow,
what is your dream for to find the perfect pasta carbonara?
perfect pasta carbonara.
Yeah, she and I we love pasta carbonara. We're very big pasta fans.
So you like cheese. Okay, what
I
about you?
like cheese. I like
What's your dream, Sau Yong?
my dream is to be able to eat pasta carbonara without getting fat.
Have you found a solution?
Unfortunately, yeah. Okay, this is the part where dreams meet reality, and it's just picking the good enough pasta to eat such that the calories are not wasted.
This one is who? Who is this? Better to
Better
have
to have
dreams
dream.
than nightmare.
Mm,
Website doesn't have the name.
yeah, I'm also trying to see on the LinkedIn app. Yeah,
Better, well,
better
that's
than
true.
dreams and I.
But those people who have
My
nightmares will tell you that they can't control it. They just keep getting the nightmares. Oh,
my
this
dream
is
would
Mark
be to
Sizzler. This is Mark Sizzler. Keep developing my law
nice.
of attraction course and attend my class reunion in September. Oh wow, that's awesome. I love law of attraction. It works if you know how to use it, isn't it, Mark?
So how do you use the law of attraction to? Oh, am I jumping ahead?
I can I can
Questions.
I can I can tell you one true story. This is a true story.
Mm,
Someone that I'm coaching with has been learning this thing about the law of attraction, and she's been so-called practicing it every night, to see what she wants every day and night, and follow the suggested method, right? But she
mm,
said it still doesn't work for her. And when I checked with her, it turns out that she said deep down inside her, she feels that it's difficult to believe that it's possible for her. So anything that's got to
mm,
do with dreaming, law of attraction, all these things, the very foundation thing that we must be able to do is to believe even before we see it happens. And for a lot of people, this is very difficult, and therefore they will tell us that it doesn't work.
I see. I see.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's the first step, right? To even believe that the dream can be made reality, right? Oh, and Nicole, your friend.
Yeah.
Hello.
Her first time here.
New friend for me. New friend for me.
Yes. She's a DJ, by the way.
Oh, she's a
Professional, by the
DJ.
way. we are the amateur. She's a professional.
So, and Nicole, since you're tuning in, yeah, what is share with us? What is your dream for the year 2022? Yeah, we love
Yeah.
to hear from you. Those who have tuned in, what is your dream for the year 2022?
Yeah. Keep it simple. What is your dream for the year 2022? Sau Yong, you seriously? Your dream is to eat carbonara without
Oh
getting
no.
sick?
Well, my dream for the year is to impact more people through Thrive,
Ah, okay.
right? The
So,
the the our shared initiative
yeah.
to get more and more people to live more fulfilling lives, to be more resilient towards change. Because uh, I found that what makes me happy is when I know that I can make a difference in the lives of other people. So that's my dream for this year.
Awesome.
Yeah,
加油. I
we
will
cheer
follow.
together. We do it together.
I will follow you, Captain. All right. So, okay. While we are waiting, shall we go to the next question? Where is it? What's the how? The how?
The how.
Yeah.
So
So
Rainy, share with us.
how do? Okay. Everybody share one quality, okay? So that we get to learn
Yeah.
together. Okay. The one quality that for me is a must is to have the vision. It's important that
Mm,
we have a really crystal clear vision of what we want, and only when we know what we want, right, we can come up with strategies and action plans to help us to get there. So for me, that is one of a must quality that we must have to live our dream. What about you, Sau Yong?
I think it's related to what you said earlier about just even believing that our dreams are possible. So in a way, it's having the courage to dream, because when we when we tell people our dreams, there will be many people who tell us to wake up. There will
Yeah.
be many people who tell us why our dreams won't work, why it's not realistic. And in order to live our dreams, we must have the courage to even believe in our own dreams and to keep going, even when people say that it's not possible.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sometimes what's worse, the biggest enemy often is not other people. The biggest enemy is a lot of time is ourselves. That little voice that tells us, this is not for you, you're not good enough, you're not deserving,
Mm,
you'll not be able to
mm,
succeed. So that little voice that is inside us that just keep fighting us each time when we want to step forward, that is the killer.
mm,
So
mm,
sometimes it's
mm,
not about the external world, it's not about other people. We got to first be willing and be able to conquer ourselves and shutting down that voice that says no. I believe this is
mm,
possible and I can. And I don't know
mm,
how now, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make this happen. Yeah.
mm.
So,
Exactly.
Nicole has a dream, elevating in
Mm.
my career, gaining more visibility and gigs as well. Oh wow! Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate any professional feedback from a from a
Yes,
DJ.
yes, yes. Help us to improve this.
Yeah.
And this is from who? Oh, Rose Manuel. Rose Manuel was saying
Oh,
inspired.
thank you, Rose. Yeah.
And then so Elena was saying we must have hope because dreams are built on hope. Well, yeah, it's
Yes.
simple four character words, hope. But the thing is that there's a lot of time when people face a setback in their life and they fail in a certain thing, so-called fail. They feel that that's the end
Mm,
of the world and there's no hope. And not having that hope is the one that stops people from being able to dream as well and live their dream, isn't it, Sau Yong?
Yeah. And and I think in the last 2 years, right? I think there's been there be many people who lost hope
Yeah,
because it's
for 2 years.
difficult to plan when there's so much uncertainty.
Yeah, yeah,
So there there might be more and more people who find it difficult to dream in when there is so much uncertainty, right?
yeah.
But I think we are starting to slowly see some signs that there's going to be improvement in the year ahead, and there is always no better time to dream than now.
Yeah. And I think it's like when we are surrounded with a lot of uncertainties and we are seeing when we are seeing a lot of bad news and hearing a lot of bad news, it's easy to get influenced by those negativity that we are exposed
Mm,
to. So I find that it's really important if we want to be able to live our dream that we need to really stay focused on what we want. What are we exposing ourselves to? Are we exposing ourselves into all the bad news that is happening of the news that people are failing in their business, people are failing in their dreams, or are we focusing on, hey, you know what, that startup last year it was established and then now it shoot up, for example, it's growing. Are
mm,
we focusing our mind on the success, on
mm,
the good news that is happening around us, that inspire us, that empowers us and encourage us to believe that, hey, you know what, if that person can do that, I believe so can I. So next one
mm,
is focus on what we want
mm.
and stick to it.
So far we have. I'm gonna. Oh, I can't post comments to LinkedIn. So we have vision.
I can.
We have
Let me post
courage.
vision,
Yeah, we have courage.
courage,
Yep,
and focus.
yep. Focus. Hope.
Yeah. Hope. Oh, right. Hope. Yeah. Hope from
Yeah.
Ellen. Right.
Yep.
What else do we have?
Oh, this is very true. We are so sorry with the way StreamYard functions. Like it only shows LinkedIn user. So let us find who shared this. This is to live our dream. We must journey with people who support us. It's human nature to be with people who light us up. Otherwise, we get dragged down. So choose to be with those who bring you joy. It helps,
Who
right,
who's
Rini?
who's this from?
Yeah, I'm trying to see also.
To live our dream. No,
But I
I'm
think
not.
the important thing is to surround ourselves with people who are supportive and enable our dreams. Or I think this is
Right.
from Rose.
Right.
Yeah. So Rainy, that's why you and I are doing things together, right? Because we
Yeah.
support each other in our
So the
dreams.
keyword the keyword is really the surrounding ourselves with the right kind of people. Like who do we
Mm,
have in our journey right now? If we are aspiring entrepreneurs, aspiring side hustler, uh, whatever, right? Do we surround ourselves with people who are like that, like us, or do we surround ourselves with people who are maybe have a different type of mindset that, you know what, it's okay for me to just have a job as long as I have a salary at the end of the day, I'm good enough.
mm,
And better don't take risks. Don't take risks because you're going to burn yourself and then you're going to fail. Are we surrounding ourselves with such people? Or are we
mm,
actually in a different level playing field? Do we surround ourselves with people who has dream, who believe that dreams are possible, who are even living their dreams? That makes a lot of difference.
mm. That's
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for sharing with us. Oh, hi, Angie.
yeah, yeah. Angie joined us, and she also shared something quite meaningful. Establish our dream and guard our mind from external noises.
Yes. Yeah. External and internal noises.
Yeah, there's a very good quote by Teddy Roosevelt, and it was shared by Brene Brown in her book Dare to Lead, and it's something to do with being the man in the arena. Let me see if I can find.
Being the man
Let
in
me
the
see if I
arena.
can find the yeah man in the arena. So essentially, he says that there will be many people who will criticize us, right?
Yeah.
And in whatever we choose to do. So he says that it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the person who is actually in the arena, the person who tries and fails and never gives up and tries again. So at least if he fails daring greatly, right? So that he will he will know his place and know that he or she has done his or her best. Right? Yeah, this is from Eleanor. She gave me the book as a present, and I really love it. So dare to lead. Yeah. Oh, and this is the full speech. She types very fast.
Well, you remind me, since you're talking about quotes, right? There was one
Mm,
quote from Bruce Lee. Okay, now at the top of my mind, I forget what exactly was the quote, but he said something about uh, we are actually a lot more worthy in the sense that because at least we have the courage to take action, to
mm,
aim, to pursue, to live our dream, as compared to those people who are totally not doing anything at all, that they just give up even before they do anything about it. So that makes us good enough to live our dream.
yeah, yeah. I think the thing that I really like what you said there is all of us, each and every one of us, are good enough and deserving of our dreams,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and you should copy and paste.
Ooh,
Eleanor said she copy and paste, not that she typed this out very quickly.
okay, so what else are some of the must have or the qualities that you feel that can help us live our dream? You know, earlier on we have shared about the power of surrounding the right kind of people. So it's the people. Hi, Carol. And then
Yeah.
the focus, have the vision, have the courage. Oh, anything else that you want to add on, Sau Yong? Because I remember I have one. Resilience. I think resilience
Oh,
is
that's a very big word.
it is. It's a
Yeah.
big word because
Mm, yeah.
you know that in our journey, because it, especially if the dream is big, in our journey there will be time that we face our setback. You know, when we take a
Mm,
certain action and then we didn't get it right the first time, and then we start to feel that,
mm,
hey, do people like me? Do people like my offer? Seems like nobody wants my
mm,
offer. Nobody wants to buy what I'm selling. Then we start to get discouraged. So
yeah.
having that resilience is so important, that even when we are facing a setback, that we can just keep believing and keep pushing ahead, keep moving, that eventually we will be able to see that the seeds that we planted 2 3 years
Mm,
ago, today it starts to show up.
yeah.
Like, I think one
Yeah.
true story, even like until now, right, I still have occasionally some people from my Facebook. I started blogging on my Facebook. I started, yeah, writing on my Facebook like 6 years ago. All right. And then there's this lady that recently I met. She said, "Hey, I've been following you for the last 2 3 years. I've been wanting to come and meet you and have a coaching conversation with you. And today I only have the courage to do it now." And
Mm,
we met, and she just said yes, she wants to work with me. And that took her like 2 3 years. And that's
mm,
because I have been so stubbornly keep sticking on my path. If I have give up like
mm.
2 3 years ago, I wouldn't be able to help her today.
Yeah.
So
So
resilient.
the resilience is one thing, right? And the
Yeah.
tenacity aspect of resilience, which is we don't give up. And also, right, I think the other part of resilience is the ability to adapt, the ability to change because situation changes. So we have
Yeah.
to be able to find different ways to achieve our dreams. So this is
I
probably
feel
from Rose. If you can, if you can think of some of what we write on our bucket list, it's almost like progressing towards our dream, living a fulfilled life, like writing a book. Yeah, I think I was very inspired by what Rose did when she published her own book, and then she inspired me with that to join her in writing and publishing our book together. So thank you, Rose, for inspiring me to achieve one of my dreams.
And Sau Yong, isn't that the beauty of it? That's why it is important for us to be willing to step up and to allow
Mm,
ourselves to shine, because when we shine, we allow other people to shine with us, right? We light up the
mm,
world together with our passion, with our inspiration, and with that we
mm,
inspire other people to believe in themselves and also to live their dreams. And yeah, this was one of the poem, one of my favorite poem, Marianne Williamson. I think Rose would know
mm,
this person. Yeah, she talks about uh, us being the light, and when we grow ourselves and we shine, we let other people give other people permission to shine as well.
mm. Yes, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's giving other people the permission to shine as well.
Yeah.
And also, I think that's the that's the I would say the success story side, right? But at the same time, it's also like even when we pursue our dreams, it's also important to realize that not everything is going to be smooth sailing, right? That sometimes in pursuing our dreams, we are going to encounter challenges and setbacks. And
Yeah.
in sharing those challenges and setbacks, number one, we don't feel so alone.
Yes.
Number two, we can find the ones who will be supportive of us, to give us courage,
Yes.
to give us moral support, encouragement, positivity to push ahead. And also at the same time, it's sharing the learning. Hey, really, you remember when we decided to go on live together or not?
Yeah, there was a few months back, right?
Yeah, so you were sharing your dream with me, right? How you wanted to go on LinkedIn Live,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Wanted to impact and influence people in through this platform.
Yeah.
But then we also share with people how, we had technical issues, right? Trying to get the timing right. But then in the end we thought, we'll just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Whatever the result.
yeah, and I really love it because when I share with you my dream, I say, hey, I want to have this LinkedIn live show for my Heart Talk, which is an extension of my Heart Talk in person meetup, and you just readily
Mm,
say, yeah, yes, let's do it, and that encouraged me as well because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. So yes, this is Mark Sisler. He said, dreamers change the world. It should be
mm,
encouraged more. And in
yep.
school, we will be punished for daydreaming. Okay, that's funny. Yes.
Yeah,
And without dreamers, there's no Tesla, Amazon, Moderna. And yeah, that's
yeah.
true. Now you may think that your dream is not possible, but you know what? I believe that as long as you keep your fire burning and you just don't give up, keep looking for the strategy that works for you. It's not whether or not you can succeed. It's a matter of when would you succeed,
Mm,
right, Sau Yong?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not it goes back to the point you make about resilience, uh, not giving up, learning from the setbacks that we encounter, being able to adapt to the situation, to adapt to the challenges we face. Yeah, this is very nice. And having the courage to block out all the noise, right? Like what Angie said, all the critics, all the people who say we will fail. But at the same time, I think there's another important aspect of achieving our dreams, that it's not that all criticism is bad for us, but there are some people who offer constructive criticism that would do us well to pay attention to, right? So that's the other part. I would say one quality which is a little bit for me to describe. And if Eleanor, you're listening, what's another word for discernment? Discernment.
Chim,
Discernment. Very
oh,
sounds
chim,
very cheap, right?
chim is deep. So for those English speaker out
Yeah.
there, chim is the Hokkien, is the Chinese dialect of
Yes.
deep. The word very
Yeah.
deep.
So
Discernment.
discernment. Yeah. That means the ability to differentiate feedback that is just being negative for the sake of being negative, and also feedback that is potentially valuable, that could help us discover a new way, a new strategy of achieving our dreams. So I think discernment is important.
So discernment, you're saying that it's got to do with the feedback.
Mm. Knowing how to tell which feedback is good for us and which feedback is just people being
I like this
negative.
point. I like this point. So how do we know that? How do we know what kind of feedback, or from who, from where should we get the feedback? Because I think knowing the right metric is also important for us. Let's just take the easy, just choose one easy task. Like a lot of people likes to be an influencer these days, isn't it? They
Mm.
like to be on social
Mm.
media, especially the millennials. Well, the beauty is that nowadays everybody can be an influencer, right? So
Like me. No, kidding. No, never mind.
now there's this thing about measuring
Yeah.
measuring ourselves uh, with how good we are by looking at the numbers of likes,
Mm.
the numbers of love, the numbers of comments that we are getting. So is it like
Mm.
when we post something and when nobody put a like or a love or a positive comment, does it mean that our content is not good enough? Does it mean that we are not good enough? So what's the
Mm.
metric that we should be measuring?
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
And who should we listen to?
Yeah. Hey, you remember yesterday when was it yesterday? When did we have breakfast? Yesterday, right? Yeah.
Yesterday.
We had breakfast. Yeah, my memory is going. When we were talking about, I was thinking about how to write the post for today's live.
Yes.
And yes, and you gave me that one word tip. Yeah.
What was it?
You remember or not? You don't remember. Oh, looks like I'm not the only one who have. You
Hey,
mentioned
I'm the one who has
intention.
hey, I'm the one who has fever today, so I got excuse, okay? You don't have.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, Rainy is feeling a little bit under the weather because she had her booster yesterday. Yeah. But I
a
can still
booster
see her so energetic.
a booster
The
that got
booster
me
didn't
down.
boost you. Yeah, it didn't boost. If they boost you, I boost you down.
Well, I have
Yeah.
to
So
be
this
up
is
now because for all of you, right? I promised to be here, so I must be here.
yeah tenacity. So this is what Eleanor was talking about, discernment. But yes, I think there's wisdom involved, right? And it's not just personal wisdom, but shared wisdom
Mhm.
from the people around us. It could be
Yeah,
from family members, it could be from
yeah,
colleagues, it could be from mentors.
yeah,
So it's important to have people that we can turn to
yeah,
provide wisdom and guidance. Yeah.
yeah. And I think you're right. I think I'm not sure about you, but for me, right, what truly makes a quick difference, like a real difference in me transforming my life, being able to establish my career fast and easier, is really with the help of my coaches and my mentors. Because in the past, I was doing it on my own. And then there was one time one of my senior coach asked me this. I call it my life changing question, because it was really that question that changed my life, that made me took a different path. He said, Rainy, who is teaching you? And I told him, no one. I said, I find my own way. I said, I'm very resourceful. So I tend to learn from myself, learn by myself.
Mm,
But having
mm,
said, so after I answered that, right, he was like, he looked at me quiet, didn't say anything, but I
mm,
can tell from his expression is like, hmm, right? So I went back that night at home and then I was pondering about his question. And it caught me that I was thinking, someone who is so successful like him, because he's quite high
mm,
profile, so successful, so smart, have what he
mm,
wants in life, and yet I every year I know that he keeps having his mentor, his coaches that helps him to grow in the
mm,
different areas that he wants. And I'll ask myself, then who am I not to
mm,
have someone to guide me and to teach me? So because of that question, I decided to
mm,
change. And that really helps me to speed up my growth, my success. Yeah.
mm,
Was there
I
people
think,
like that in your life?
oh yeah, definitely. In fact, I've lost count of the number of people who are successful and yet growth minded. I think what you're describing is being growth minded in the approach, right? And in order to be growth minded, I think it requires a sense of humility,
Yeah.
being able to acknowledge that we don't know everything. That's one thing,
Yeah.
and being able to tell other people that, hey, I'm new at this. I don't know how to do this. What's the best way of doing it? What advice can you offer?
Yeah.
Things like that. And I think in line with what we're saying is also is so discernment and being perceptive, right? And being perceptive takes experience and wisdom. And in finding the people who are guiding us, this is from Rose, we must also measure according to what our principles and values are, which also goes back to what you said yesterday, Rainy, about intention, right? So our principles and our values that guide us in what we do. Yeah. And if what people tell us, actually it's not just about criticism, even like things that people suggest that we should do, if it doesn't align with how we want to live our lives, how we want to be remembered, yes, then I think it's best to ignore it. So we have a new viewer tuning in. This is Jason Wong. He's from Grove
Jason
Beats.
Wong.
Hi,
Oh,
Jason.
wow.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah.
Right. I wanted to add on something about it. What was the last point that you said against us now? I forgot because you added a
Hum-
new user. I wanted to add something. What was the last
Growth
point that you mentioned?
mindedness. Was it growth mindedness, humility? Was it about
Oh, okay. Value.
values? Values, yes.
Value. All right. So we
Yeah.
asked about how can we live our dreams right? How to live our dreams right? I believe
Mm,
knowing our values is really important because when we know what our values are, it guides us. It guides us to make our major decision at the
mm,
time of our challenge when things got tough. If we can just go back to our value to remind us that hey, what we are doing, this is important for us and this is in alignment with who we truly are, then it's easy
mm,
for us to make a decision. Like just there was one time in my journey, right? Things got difficult in my business, and there was this thought about, hey, should I just give up? you know, should I just give up?
mm. It's
Uh,
natural. Yeah.
what if this doesn't work? And then it struck me because the thought of going back to employment freaks me out, and I'm like, no way, man. I'm not
Mm,
going to ask for leave approval from my boss. I hate that. And no,
mm,
I don't want to be working 9 to 5 and dragging my feet to work every Monday and Sunday. I'll be having my NCT, and that gave me a lot of fear, and it get me back to my focus to work on my business, to make sure that
mm,
by hook or by crook I make it happen.
Yeah. I think it's like what I wrote also, right, in my post regarding in the post for this live with the video, about how I thought I had achieved my dream of getting a scholarship, but then I realized that achieving that dream actually meant that I'll be stuck living the rest of my life doing something that I had to tolerate. And when that dream disappeared, and I realized that I could then pursue exactly what I wanted, which is to go into flying, it gave me hope. But at the same time, it also meant that, hey, now that I have a shot at achieving my dream, right? What would it mean to me if I don't achieve it, right? What if what if I wasn't successful in going to flying? What would that mean to me? So I think sometimes we have this perception that living our dream is a bit of roses. You'll be like, oh, rainbows and unicorns every day.
That's what other people see. That's what other people see
mm,
because I keep getting that kind of comment. They say, "Oh yeah, you can do it, Rainy, because you're already successful."
mm,
I'm like, hello,
mm,
you don't know what have I went through for the last few years. You don't know what I
mm,
put in the hard work. You only see
mm,
my glory now because that's what you see.
mm, 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 mm. And not only that, it's not only what you went through, and also what you continue to have to go through, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In a sense, this just occurred to me. Living our dreams means also being able to live with the kind of suffering it can bring.
Yes,
the
absolutely.
kind
That's
of
a good
hard
point.
work, right?
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes. I think
Because
someone,
discomfort is a part of life, lah, right?
yeah, yeah. I know someone was just sharing with me. Again, this is got to do with putting ourselves out there, right? Sometimes when
Mm,
we put ourselves out there, we will be receiving judgment from people. People may be
mm,
saying, giving us some negative feedback. So we talked about feedback, right?
mm,
So we put ourselves out there, and some people may not like what we put in, and they will say
mm,
nasty things about that. Now the thing is this: if we have a dream to succeed, right? There
mm,
is no way if we everything is there's no way not to receive any negative feedback. You get what I mean?
mm,
There's no way we can. There's no way you can please everybody. Hello, there's all sort of people
mm,
in the whole wide world, but if you can just focus on who do you want to serve, if you can just focus on the people who would appreciate you for who you are, then you wouldn't find
mm,
yourself feeling so miserable for because of that one two comments that says that you're so bad, you're so lousy, because you know
mm,
somewhere someone out there appreciates you. Maybe that particular person who is reading or watching your posts or your videos never make a comment and never tells you, but the truth is that there will be someone out there who is impacted by you. So we just need to go back to our intention again. What is it our
mm,
intention? Is our intention
mm,
just to get praises from people, or do we really have the intention that we want to do good and we want to make a difference?
mm. Yeah. So it's not only in the work we do, right? When we talk about dreams, also, right? Although work is an important part of our lives, it's also about, let's say, if we have a dream relationship, we think about, okay, the relationship that I dream of having with, let's say, my spouse, or with my children, or with my parents, right? So even in those situations, right, there will always be periods or episodes of discomfort as we learn how to achieve, not only achieve, but then maintain that type of dream.
Mm.
Right? So even when it comes to, let's say, relationship with my wife, for instance, like, okay, I dream of having an open, loving, warm relationship with her. But that means sometimes if I'm being open, there might be conflict, right? And with conflict comes discomfort. But in order to arrive at the dream relationship, it means that we have to be able to put in the work to have the difficult conversations, right? So is staying with leaning into this the discomfort and being able to work together with other people to achieve this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Carrie.
Oh,
Hi,
is
Carrie.
it? Oh, hi, Carrie.
Carrie said,
Did you come in late today? Yeah, but I think I really love your last point, Sau Yong, about being willing to also embrace the suffering, the
mm,
things that is not
okay.
so.
I want to change the word. I want to change the word. Maybe suffering is a bit too strong. Let's
Yeah.
just
Okay.
use discomfort. let's use let's
Okay.
use
Okay. Okay.
discomfort.
Okay. That's a good catch. Okay. Discomfort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. So any more tips from our audience tonight? So what have we covered today? Courage, vision, resilience, people, feedback. What else, Soyoung?
Mm,
Values.
uh,
Know what's important for you.
yep.
What else?
Intention. Yeah.
Intention. Remember the
Tenacity.
tenacity. Oh, there's a
Mm,
lot, man. Oh,
yeah.
and getting help, getting the right help as well. Getting the
Mm.
right help.
I think it goes back to one saying that I learned many years ago, which is what anything worth achieving isn't easy.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And so all those things that we described, courage, hope,
Yeah.
tenacity, resilience, feedback, all those things, they are qualities that uh, that allow us to to roll with discomfort,
Yeah.
that allow us to learn from discomfort. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it's so then the other thing is once we have achieved our dreams, right, then there's the other aspect of, okay, the process of maintaining that dream, continuing to make that dream a reality.
I like this comment from Jimmy. Jimmy said that a happy dreamer is to be forgetful. Forget the number of likes. It's not important the next day. Yeah, actually, that is so true. And I
Mm.
also remember when I first started moving onto LinkedIn, I nobody follows me, nobody read my post. So
Same lah.
yeah, so my first post, right? Those the first few months of my post, it's so discouraging, and the organic reach was like less than 100, and I started to doubt myself. I'm like, is it my post not good enough? Is it not interesting? Does people don't like? Maybe LinkedIn people don't like my post. So, so it was. I can feel that it was discouraging, but thank God, I managed to find a way to help me to be able, which is a different strategy that helps me to increase my organic reach field, and
Mm.
that helps to give me encouragement. But then again, eventually I realized that, you know what, it takes time. Everything takes time to build, and even
Mm.
before we see the success, we must have the tenacity and the resilience to be willing to say, and to believe that I'm going to continue keep showing up day in day out, even when I can't see anything now, and to hang
Mm.
on there until we see that sprouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is related to what this comment is saying. Say growth never happens in the comfort zone. We need to feel the discomfort.
Yeah. Oh, and I remember there's one quote that says that if your dream doesn't scare you, is it? If your dream doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough. But if you have been feeling a lot of discomfort, that means you're on the right track, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Scare. Yeah, I think that's right. I think most of the things that I felt I really wanted and seemed out of reach. I think that's one quality of dreams, right? Is that they seem unattainable, but then at the same time, when we think about it, we talk to other people and we break it down. And now with information anywhere on almost anything, whether it is our careers or whether it's the kind of fitness we want to have or the kind of relationships or the amount of money we want in our lives, there's so much information anywhere, everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So then it's about breaking it down into sustainable steps, into achievable steps, in
Yes.
order to then attain the unattainable,
Yes. And
right?
you reminded me of this one more point to tap along your point, which is to focus on your progress. Right? Sometimes
Mm.
because we think that our dream looks so big and so far away, that every time, no matter how much we have achieved, right, on a, let's say, a monthly basis, right, we just keep feeling that our ultimate dream, the goal, is still so far ahead, and that's because
Mm.
we are only focusing on what we don't have yet, and we forgot to count
Mm.
our progress. We forgot to count how
Mm.
far have we come today. We forgot to
Mm.
count our daily, our weekly results that brings us to where we are right now. And that's what makes it easier for people to give up, because they think that they are not making progress, but actually it's not that they are not making progress. They forgot to measure and to count and to celebrate their progress.
So Eleanor says, progress, not perfection.
Yay,
Exactly.
Elena, that's right.
Celebrate the small wins from Mark and
Yeah,
our very good friend Axel.
yeah.
Brother, please don't say sorry. We
Excellent.
are very happy that you're coming to support.
Oh,
And
you work
also,
very
I
hard.
would like to acknowledge, since we talk about acknowledging, right, what we've
Mm,
done. So I like to acknowledge Axel's consistent effort
yes,
in
yes,
writing his post. And not
yes.
only that, today he wrote an article
Oh,
and To hold Axel accountable, Axel, I'm here to remind you. You said you write a book this year too.
Sir, you're so
Yeah.
lucky to have found this accountability buddy. He is he is very difficult to shake off.
We can have an agile dream. This is from Jimmy. We can have an agile
Wow.
dream. One at a time. Small wins
Small win
first.
first. Yeah, I like that. Small win first. Oh, so
Mm.
let's to close it off, right? To close it off because now it's 9:54 already. What's the one small win that you want to share with us? The one small win for this year, maybe. For this year, for this week, for today. What are your one small win? I can start first. My one
Yes.
small win
Mm.
today is
Uh,
my one
coming on
small
LinkedIn Live.
win today is to push myself to get out of the bed and to put up my makeup and to show up in front of you today despite I'm feeling feverish for the whole day and my head is spinning and my stomach is aching and I
Yeah.
find that it is really a small win for me today. Thank you.
Okay. For those of you who are on your LinkedIn app, can you hit the clap reaction button because my phone seems to have hung.
What about
So yeah.
anyone?
So if
Sau Yong?
so, Rainy. So you want to be the next Oprah, right? So if you want to be the next Oprah, you have to come and do this. Even even when you're feeling groggy from the booster. So Eleanor's small win today is eat carbonara pasta.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Thank you for sharing, Elena.
Yeah, thank you for the lovely comments today, Eleanor. We really appreciate it along with everyone else. We've really enjoyed the engagement that we've been getting
Oh,
tonight.
wow.
And I would say the
Yeah.
small win today, the small win today was
This one is
even though,
awesome.
wow, 4:30, this one must be Mark
Mark,
Schizler.
Mark,
Wow,
Mark.
Mark,
Wow,
yeah,
more small win.
4:30. I think the small win is right. Even though we were not sure whether people would even tune in because of the technical issues, the timing was all wrong. We
Yeah,
came online anyway and we just winged it lah. We
yeah,
just did it lah. Yeah.
yeah. And
So
please
that's
do
my
not
small win.
do not underestimate all the small wins because it builds up your confidence day after day. Every day when you just keep celebrating your small wins, it makes you feel so good about yourself and you're going to look into the mirror and say, I love you so much. Thank you for showing up
Mm,
every day. Yeah.
mm, mm. I mean, this is like we've I think we've talked about the power of acknowledgement in building healthy relationships, right? I think this is also important that we acknowledge ourselves at the end of the day that as we pursue our dreams, it might be a long road. This long road will have a lot of discomfort, will have a lot of challenges, but it's important to have, whether it's once a day, once in 2 days, once in 3 days, there must be this periodic acknowledgement of ourselves. What are the things we have done for ourselves, to make ourselves feel good, to
Yeah.
know that we are taking the necessary steps towards achieving our dreams, right?
Yeah. And I would
Yeah.
like to acknowledge everyone tonight for just showing up. Just the fact that you show
Yeah.
up here, joining us in this conversation about dream, I think that's already a win for the day. When you can actually spend this time just uh, watching your Netflix or even just do nothing, right? So that's already a win. So thank you.
Hey, Rainy, you can make your next dream. You want to be on Netflix next time? Yeah, you have own
Thank
show,
you. Thank
own
you
show
for
Netflix.
helping me to dream, Sau Yong. I do. That's actually not bad. Sometimes I lost my. Sometimes I don't have much creativity, and I'll ask myself, "What do I want? What's next?" So thank you for helping me to dream.
Hey, no problem. We just need to go and have roti prata together, and then the ideas will come.
Yes.
So thank you too for tuning in. We really appreciate the engagement. We really appreciate the comments. And Mahit,
Thank you so
yeah,
much. Thank you.
yeah. Even though you haven't said anything during the session, we appreciate you just tuning in and and listening to the sharing and reading the comments that are going on. We hope that we have been able to make just a small difference
Hmm. Hmm.
in your day and maybe in your year ahead.
Yeah. And you know what? Actually, I was just telling Sau Yong yesterday. I said, because of the hiccups from StreamYard and maybe LinkedIn, I said, we may end up with not having anyone listening to us. But I told him,
Never mind. It's okay.
never mind. And the worst scenario, two of us talk.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you for showing up tonight. We really appreciate having this conversation with you. And Sau Yong, thank you for always saying yes whenever I ask you to come in.
No problem.
All right.
All right. With that, I think time's up.
Time's up. And
Yeah.
we'll see you in the next round. Thank you.
Good
Stay
night,
tuned.
everyone.
Have a good
May
evening.
your dreams,
Bye.
may your dreams
May your
come true.
dreams come true and keep living your dream. Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, let's end the broadcast.